Okay, so I was wrong about the Series S and in comparing it to the PlayStation 5. What I meant to say was simply the Xbox Series S. At the end of all my arguments, at the end of all the comments going back and forth in those videos, the Xbox Series S offers the best value in gaming. You cannot deny that. For $300, you get a console that can output 4K. I understand it's not native. I get that. But trust me when I tell you, I've done comparisons between my Series X and the Series S over there. The Series S 4K is it's unnoticeable. Like if you're pixel peeping, maybe, if you have them directly side by side, maybe. But I just hooked them both up to my TV, went back and forth on the HDMIs, and the only thing I noticed was Forza Motorsport. The background looked a little softer when going at higher speeds. It didn't break the game. It wasn't even noticeable until, of course, I went back and forth directly. The game looked beautiful both ways. Both consoles, the Series S offers 120 hertz. My girlfriend and I we play Call of Duty all the time, and we both get the crispy refresh rate. It's really fun, and you get that. The Xbox Series S does have the ray tracing capable. I understand that some games may not allow it because they go for other performance. The Series S is not a all-in-one package. I'm not saying the Series S is better than any machine out there, right? Your $1,000 plus PC is, if you're in the comments trying to tell me that your PC is better than the Series S, you're talking to a wall, because if people don't already know that, then I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. I know a PC is better than the Series S. I know the PS5 is more powerful than the Series S, and I know the Series X is more powerful than the Series S. However, none of those platforms offer the same value proposition that the Series S does. You could argue the Nintendo Switch, I guess, and if we want to do the S versus Switch debate, I would still purchase the Series S, because for the same price as a base Nintendo Switch, you're getting so much better performance. But if your only argument is the games, then stick to your PlayStation, stick to your Switch, or your PC. That's all I got to say about that. The PlayStation 5 does offer much better exclusives, 110%. However, the PlayStation 5 doesn't offer new exclusives. So right now, neither does necessarily the Series X, though arguably from my perspective, I get more games, I get new games to play because of Game Pass. And yes, I hear people, I'm sure just as much as Xbox fans are tired of hearing about exclusives, PlayStation fans are tired of hearing about Game Pass. It goes hand in hand, because they're two entirely different business models. Game Pass is a lot like Netflix for movies. It gives you options and a wide enough range of games for one price, and you can download any of them and play them. You can, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you can play it on your phone using a controller. I personally use the Backbone controller. If you prefer to play on your computer, you got Game Pass. If you prefer to play, if you got a MacBook, you could play Game Pass. Go for it. You can using xCloud. And on top of that, it offers Xbox Live Gold. So if you're already paying to play online, chances are the $5 extra is going to be well worth what Game Pass offers you. Don't buy Xbox Live Gold. If you pay for Xbox Live Gold monthly, get Game Pass. I don't understand what you're doing, unless you think that $5 a month is a substantial difference, or perhaps maybe you pay for Gold yearly, which I get. That's fair. That is a better cost-efficient thing when you're looking at just the money of it. However, the biggest thing for me for Game Pass is those day one exclusives. So one of the biggest debates I got into in some of the comments on my videos is, yes, the PlayStation 5 offers much better exclusives. I love the games PlayStation has. That's why I still have my PlayStation 5. It's hooked up to a 4K TV. Uh, with HDR, it offers me all the beautiful, rich colors and crispiness, and it's great. I have my Series X hooked up to a high refresh rate monitor because I play a lot of those are my games. If I'm not playing a PlayStation exclusive, I'm playing Call of Duty or Battlefield or really any other game that probably is going to do better off with higher refresh rates than they would better resolution. And again, at this screen size, this is a 25-inch behind me. 1080p on this looks just as good as 4K on my TV right there, which I believe is a 45-inch or so. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, though, the PS5 offers those, and the Xbox, they offer two entirely different things overall. Both will play Call of Duty just fine, although I did personally have a worse experience playing Call of Duty on my PlayStation 5 than I have had on my Xbox Series X. The reason I bought the Xbox Series X is because I was looking for another Xbox Series S for myself, because my girlfriend wanted to play Call of Duty with me, so I gave her my Series S. However, the Series X was in stock when I was looking around, and if you can afford it, if it is available, buy the Series X. If you are a hardcore PlayStation fan, if you prefer those exclusives, your friend base, if your friends list is, very, very long on the PlayStation, then buy a PlayStation 5. If you care about none of this console war crap, then go buy a PC. To each his own. I play on my Xbox Series X, primarily. I just shelled out $130 for Battlefield 2042, Call of Duty Vanguard. I've been playing the betas on these. I have not touched my PlayStation at all, other than for the alpha, because that was a PlayStation exclusive for Vanguard. But other than that, I've pretty much just been replaying my PS4 games on my PS5, because the PS5 has had no games that seem captivating. The PlayStation 5 ultimately hasn't offered me enough to even justify the $500. When the PS5 launched, I was super excited, but it seems like they have just been playing off the hype of the PS4, which has clearly sold the console, and decided we can just offer most of the features later. The Xbox Series X and S, whichever the platform, Xbox platform, it feels tailor-made for games like Call of Duty, Halo, Gears. These are all first-person shooters. These are, or not Gears, don't come at me. I know it's not a first-person shooter, but it feels tailor-made for shooters and racing games, because the Xbox does substantially well with frame rates. I have noticed no frame rate drops. FPS boost is huge. I would never have touched the first Gears of War for Xbox 360 because it felt like poop, but playing at 120 frames per second makes it feel amazing. And that's exactly what I did. So even playing Call of Duty World at War, I have World at War in my console right now. I went back and played that natively on my PlayStation 3. It's awful. Just playing the campaign, it was awful. Decided to play the co-op campaign on the Xbox with a friend, and it was beautiful playing at 120 frames per second. And with that being said, that's another big thing, is I'm able to play a lot of these back catalog. You might be able to say and argue, oh, the Xbox just has all these old games. I get that. But for someone like me personally, who's never really played these games because I've always been on PlayStation, that was a solid reason for me to say, hey, the Xbox offers a better version of these games. It's not like I'm playing these old games the way they are. I'm playing these games with FPS boost, most importantly, and some games even offer, a better little not graphic bump, but, just overall lighting or whatever it may be. Each game is redone a little differently, especially if it's through Game Pass. And with that being said, the PlayStation 5 offered me absolutely nothing. If I wanted to play any PS3 game, I have to stream it. I have to pull out my PS3, which for me isn't a big deal. And ultimately, I don't want to play the PS3 games, because I think the biggest difference here is if you buy a PS3 exclusive, it's a one and done for the most part. You're not going to go back and replay it. Being able to co-op campaign Gears of War gave me a reason to play it by myself, but then also play it with my brother-in-law. It was great. It was fun. And, going back to play Uncharted 1, 2, or even 3 from the PS3. Uh, I already beat it. I know the story. That's it. That's all it had to offer. Most of the multiplayer is kind of, whatever now. And mind you, I'm still working through Uncharted 4. I bought it when I bought my PS4, and I haven't even beat it yet because I've been too busy with all these other games that I'm getting to experience for the first time on the Xbox. So again, at the end of the day, we can go back and forth all day long. I do enjoy going back and forth. A lot of you will say console wars are stupid. It is stupid. It's just fun for me. It's fun to sit there and, I took competitive debate in high school. I love to just argue. I don't take it to heart. I don't take it personally if you sit there and tell me that Xbox is stupid. I don't care. It's a video game. It's my hobby. Let's do this. Let's go in the comments. Let's go back and forth. If you love Xbox, you love Xbox. If you don't, you don't. I love all of them. I really do enjoy my PlayStation for those exclusives, but my Xbox feels more like a PC. And for those who will tell me, just go buy a PC, I'm not going to shell out thousands of dollars to get the same performance this offers me. I'm sorry. I don't play enough even to do that. I mean, I play a lot, but not enough to justify going to build a PC, and buying a pre-built PC feels awful. I mean, every one of my friends, I have a lot of friends on PC, every one of them that have purchased a pre-built PC have had more headaches later down the road than right then and there, of course. And that's the topic I'm not willing to get into. PC gaming's just not for me, the same way PlayStation may not be for you, or Xbox may not be for you. It is what it is. So this is hopefully my last Series S video. I know there was kind of like a little trilogy going on of my last couple, but I just wanted to sit down and say, hey, the Series S is not better than the PS5. I was wrong about that. It was bad wording and everything like that. Also, I understand Call of Duty does not offer the next gen for free. That I misspoke on that. I had to buy the cross-gen bundle just the same way I did on PlayStation. I did it on Xbox again because I was willing to switch over to Xbox. But the important thing here is the Series S across the gaming landscape offers the best bang for your buck. I don't care if you play on PC. I don't care if you play on PlayStation or you more advocate for the Series X. You cannot beat the $300 price point of the Series S and try to tell me that there's another platform that offers you more for that $300. It is more, the Nintendo Switch OLED model is more expensive than the Series S. The cheapest PS5 is $100 more expensive than the Series S. Pair Series S with Game Pass, and if you just play those yearly releases of Call of Duty or Madden or whatever it may be, you're set in stone. And most people I know do that. Maybe not in the community I'm talking to, because this is YouTube and people who come to YouTube are typically very passionate about everything. But I know there's a very good handful of those who feel the same way I do. You don't need a terabyte of memory. I had to buy an expansion card for both my Xbox Series X and my Series S. You can argue all day long, well, if you're going to buy an expansion card, it's $200, and then you might as well be buying the Series X. Okay, but then you count a terabyte. This is only 400 something gigabytes more than the Series S out the box. I point over there because it's on my girlfriend's desk. And I had to buy an expansion card for both. And if you buy both the X, the S, an expansion card for both, because you will need it if you're going to play that many games, you're still more on the Series. You're still paying more on the Series X than the Series S. So at the end of the day, buy whatever you can afford or whatever's available to you. Play where you want to play with your friends, what have you. But ultimately, just stop telling me that the Series S isn't the best value, because if you can objectively look at it and put your feelings aside, it really is. I don't play on the Series S. My girlfriend does, because I was lucky enough to get the Series X. But I promise you, if I couldn't have found the Series X, I was about to buy myself another Series S. Just Target had it at the right place, right time. That's all. Anyway, Thank you for all the subscriptions I've been getting, the views, the likes, the good comments, even the bad comments. Comments are the most important part to me of this whole YouTube experience. I really love, chatting down in there and going on with it about, just going back and forth. It's fun and games to me, really, at the end of the day. You can get as hardcore about it as you want, but at the end of the day, I'm still just going to go to work and, play with my kids before I do any of this. So, with that being said, I have tons of videos, ideas do plan. I do have a bunch planned. I do want to get more in depth with more of the Series X and PS5 and move away from the Series S topic going forward. I think I've said enough about it as of right now. If anything's changed, I will update things, of course. So be sure to subscribe, though, if you are interested in stuff like that. I do have my biases, but I do my best to push those down and give it to you the way I've experienced it firsthand. And we all do that differently. So, again, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.